Well, hello and welcome back to Banished. I realized something. When I was looking back over the recording while I was getting the last episode ready to start rendering, I've built these in completely the wrong place. And it's very fortunate that I spotted this now because not much... Oh, well, a little bit of stone has been moved there and a lot of resources have been moved there. But if we let these build, we wouldn't be able to fit the market in there, which is the entire point for this design. Oh, we got it back. Oh, fantastic. Happy days. Oh, I'm so glad. I am truly, truly glad. Now, get out of the way, you stupid, stupid thing. Now, we want the market to go there, so this is where the road needs to be. I was one off. I'm having terrible luck at actually building things where they need to be in this Let's Play. I don't know what's wrong with me, honestly. But let's continue the simulation. We'll move up to 5 speed just to let some things move on. We've got a bit of the wood up there, but none of the stone, unfortunately. But for now, we're going to have to wait for these roads to be removed. Well, actually, we just need to... Well... We don't even need to wait for these roads to be built. Roads aren't actually necessary in any way. But we're going to start building these. We'll build 2 at a time, rather than too many at once. And we're also going to increase the amount of builders we've got. Now, hopefully this will mean that we'll be able to get the building tasks done faster. I don't know who breaks down the roads. I imagine it's a builder and not a labourer, but I could be wrong there. Oh, someone else has just become an adult. Wow, we've got 3 labourers. That's fantastic news. I approve. In fact, what I would like you to do, labourers, since we're going to start running out of stone soon, I would really like it if you would help getting rid of some of the stone up there. Also, some of the wood by there. I think that would be safe, yeah. Just safe enough. That'll do for now. If you could quickly get rid of those, I would be very thankful. And then I will lay the groundwork for the marketplace, but I'll simply pause it. Now, unfortunately, it looks like they are going to have to march all of these resources back to the stockpile before anyone tries to actually use them. And that is a horrible, horrible shame. Though, at least we've got most of the logs there. Winter is here once again. Oh, no, it's still autumn, actually. Fair enough. But, no, we're not really making much progress on this yet. That is what we're waiting on mostly. Because once we've got that, we've already got the population to send over there. Oh, what's wrong, blacksmith? We require iron. We are out of iron. We've got plenty of tools, though, at the moment. But we have set them to keep a stock of 50. So hopefully we can get some more iron in soon. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording, and I shall meet you back here when there is something to report. Hopefully either the Forester's Lodge has been... Ooh, actually, they're really close. Oh, there it is! Ha-ha! Fantastic! I'm still going to leave, because it's going to take them a while to finish that, and there's a few other things I want. But I shall bring you back when the Forester's Lodge is done, and we're assigning people to live there, and wow, they're actually making fantastic progress. Yeah. See you soon, then, it seems. And welcome back. We have the Forester's Hut finished. We also have 2 houses and the marketplace is set up. It's going to take an awful lot of resources to get that going though. But let's see who moved out. We've got Elwoody and Kiara and Stair and Amaroni moved out. Let's see who's got room in their houses. It's definitely not you. Dion and his beautiful wife do not have much room to themselves. Well, they've only got a 12-year-old living there. I guess that's not too bad, but... yeah, that family, they're definitely starting to age, I think. Okay, well, we need another house, certainly. And we also need a lot more resources in order to be able to build this area. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and move a bunch of people over to the Foresters. Oh, no, not 5. Only 4 is required. And I'll speed up the game a little bit while I'm talking about it. Now, the Forester, as you can see, the ring there is where they're going to work. You can toggle these off individually, so you can tell them to not cut or to cut trees. They will only cut down mature trees, though. They won't bother with saplings. And you can tell them to plant or not plant new trees. I'm not sure if you turn off planting, whether they will also gather the stone and the iron, because it seems that they gather these materials in order to make room for planting more trees. So I'm not sure how that would play off against it. If you turn that off, they might just ignore everything else. But you can happily use these places to make sure a forest stays fairly thick with trees, which does come into play with the herbalist. Now, someone, well, We do need to bring up that storage barn, actually, but I'm not sure. Will we have room? Sorry, the resources. Though we're actually making some fair progress on the trees down here. Now, someone has pointed out that people will move into houses based on their proximity to their places of work. That is fantastic news. It seems that they will actually choose where to live based on their job, or will choose their job based on where they live. Now, if the latter is true, then that's actually very, very good for us, because once I've built some houses up here, I could have people move in, then make everyone a labourer, and then redesignate the jobs, and hopefully the families that are living up here will choose the jobs closest to them. The only problem with that is that this marketplace will not reach them. However, there is an upside in that the area up here is going to have a very, very good spread of foods. It's going to have a lot of stuff from the gatherer's hut and the hunter's cabin. So venison and all various vegetables and forest plants and berries. The only thing they won't have at the moment is fish, which, I mean, it would improve their diet if they also had fish, but it won't harm them not to. Later on, when we've got very extensive types of crops and different livestock, that would be a bit of an issue. They wouldn't really be getting as much out of this deal as anywhere else, but it may help us to have them not have to walk so far. Even with a tunnel, they would still have an extremely long way to go just to get to work. So I might change that up. Now, we're doing okay with the stone, and we've already got enough stone. We need a lot more iron, though. Got enough logs, though. Fantastic. That's actually not going too bad. Once we've got wood, oh yeah, wood is done. So all we really need here now is logs, and then a little bit of stone, but it's going to be competing for that stone. Let's tone that down to 4 labourers there, and that might help a little bit. Now, how are you guys doing? I'm not really sure. Oh yes, you can have a look at what they brought in. So these guys have chopped down 10 logs worth of mature trees. They've cleared 6 bars or ingots worth of iron and 7 blocks of stone. That's actually pretty good. I'm glad with that. Now then, it looks like we are going to be waiting a little while, though. We've got currently 23 adults and 6 children. I would prefer more children, to be perfectly honest, though that can cause you issues later on. I mean, we're not gathering an enormous amount of food, I've got to be honest with you. But, we could have another fisherman hut somewhere out there. And that may help. In fact, we could have one there. You don't want your gathering huts to overlap at all. If they overlap, then the efficiency of each one is going to go down. That much makes sense, but I strongly suspect that overlapping increases the chance of you hunting or fishing an area dry, and that would lead to the extinction of your town, more or less. There's not much you'd be able to do about it. Once you've fished an area completely dry of fish, they're not going to come back. I mean, you'd expect them to, because it's a river. They've got to be coming into the river or the lake from somewhere, but, well, maybe not if it's an enclosed lake, but this river, you would imagine, would replenish over time, but I'm not sure, really. According to the forums, it is pretty much that's it. You don't get any more, and that would be a shame. Wow, you're doing well up here. And the fact that these guys are no longer having to walk all the way down there to drop off this stuff is brilliant. However, my hunter and my gatherer are. And that is not brilliant. Not at all. How are you doing? Well, I mean, oh, fantastic. So you've got all the stone. So now the stone and wood will be taken elsewhere. We just need the iron at this point. I'm going to go ahead and set up the storage barn up here, though. And we're going to have the storage barn right next to the stockpile. And we're going to have a road come out to that. Let's get you coming up there. There we go. We'll have houses moving down behind there, I think. I can't... Oh, yes, I can. Really? Ah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I was certain that we couldn't before. That we couldn't get through there. I thought there was like a little lip there that prevented the road. Well, actually, that's not a problem then. I can just have this go up and around rather than having to take a tunnel. I mean, I don't think it would actually affect it one way or the other. I mean, it would affect it if I could make a tunnel like that, but I clearly can't make tunnels diagonal. Okay, well, that's actually pretty good then. That works out well. Still, I think having an actual storage barn up here is going to be the better of the options. I'm a little bit disappointed not to... No, I'm going to make the tunnel anyway. I know it's going to be a useless waste of stone, but I haven't made a tunnel yet, and I'm really excited. I thought I had a reason. I'm a little bit less excited now that I could just make a path, but at the same time, damn it, I want a tunnel, and I'm going to have one. Okay, this... Well, we're actually quite close on the iron now as well. Though we are still wanting for stone and other resources. As soon as we get this, any building task should be made infinitely easier by having a few dedicated market workers going out and gathering the resources from elsewhere. Okay, how's this place working then? Can I take this down? Yes, I can. Oh, fantastic. As for the tunnel, let me see if I can just place this through there and then tell them not to. Looks like it can. It'll take 96 stone. My goodness. Right, that'll definitely pause. 0 of 72 build actions. Yikes. That'll probably take a while. But there is a huge amount of iron over here. That should keep our blacksmith going for quite some time. And we are starting to get on top of things. We could still do with a little bit more wood, honestly. But everything is coming along nicely. I don't really think we need to wait on that at the moment. Though perhaps I could be wrong there. Now... is everyone just going to pile those up? Oh, fantastic. Get those out of the way, and then someone can start putting wood. Oh, that's brilliant. What convenience. There we go. And come on, stone. No, we're shy on stone. Damn you. So close. So very close. Okay, let's tell you to gather the stone from up here. This will also help the forester, since the forester workers won't have to do this automatically. And you can already see that they are very quick on replanting this forest. I'm very pleased with that, actually. This is working out quite well. I'm thinking... yeah, we'll have the houses along this area. It shouldn't impact our hunter or our gatherer too much to have that there. And fantastic, you are actually making some progress. And we've also got a new house going. We've got 23 adults and 7 children. 53. Okay, 53 is the oldest adult at the moment. Is that it? Yeah, it looks like that's it. Well, that's actually not too bad. We could do with getting a couple more houses, though, I think. And I will actually start adding more houses around here. This is going to be probably one of the larger housing areas for now. Anywhere I put a market is going to probably be built up quite extensively for houses. We probably want plenty of wells. Oh. I was sure I built a well. Perhaps I did not. Damn it. I want a well. We must prevent fires. I wonder if that actually counts as a well in the middle there. I'm not sure. Well, let's get a well going here. That's going to take 40 stone, though. Yikes. That will hurt a little bit. But as long as we gather all of this stone, it shouldn't be too bad. We are using a lot of stone right now, though. A little bit more than I would like, if I'm perfectly honest. We can have 14 builders. That's ludicrous. You could probably also have a hunter, honestly. This one goes over to there. So if we had a hunter on this side, they would possibly get some game from this area. Let me just check that. How much game would you get? They don't tend to like being near civilization, though, for obvious reasons, because they get hunted. So, no, as this area is going to be built up a lot, that would just be a waste in the long run. But this is getting really close now. 81%. Oh, I'm excited. And not even started work on there. Oh, well. I don't blame you. However, I suppose no, well, I'll wait until I place the houses to know where I'm going to put the road over here. I'll do a little bit more planning than I have been doing up to now. 89. Oh, so close. And we've got a... no, not nearly enough stone yet. But we're getting there. Little by little. Once the well is built, I will probably work on a tailor next so that we can get some extra clothing. We definitely need it. How's this going? Oh, so close. Damn it. Stop making me say so close. Hurry up and finish so I can stop saying it. There we are. Where are you, vendor? There we go. Fantastic. Right, we'll drop the builders by 2 and we'll have 3... no, we'll have 2 vendors for now. They'll take wheelbarrows out. They'll be able to carry quite a lot of materials. They're already gathering berries and onions and various other things. They should be able to very quickly fill the inventory up here. It does have an inventory, though, so you've got to be aware of that. One market might not be able to carry everything, though they will always try to. if they've filled up on things, you might need to wait a little while for people to take things out of the market before it'll try to balance its goods. I think it's got enough room to carry a little bit of pretty much every resource in the game. So if it's filled up with, because you didn't, say, have cabbage last season, and they filled up with loads of other foods and now don't have enough room for cabbage, you might need to wait a little bit for someone to take some food out first for them to start trying to stock the new goods. But we're already at 11% capacity. But it's not going too badly there. How's the well going? This is quite an important building. We only need 4 logs, 40 stone, and quite a lot of work, actually, to build it. I'm surprised by that. But this should be keeping everyone happy there. They are also collecting the firewood, you may notice, so it's going to be a little bit easier, again, for the houses to collect their firewood. And the storage barn is going up. Oh, I'm very happy with this. This is going to drastically improve the efficiency of these 2 buildings, not having to carry all of their finished goods all the way over there. As soon as they get there, they'll be able to go back to their place of work, and hopefully a new cycle of gathering will start straight away. I'm not sure if there is a bit of a timer, like a cooldown timer on it or not, though. Now, as for down here, no, we're gonna, well, how many children have you all got? You've got plenty of room to grow. You're still growing okay. No, we're gonna wait a little while before I build more houses. If you build too quickly and expand too fast, you will eventually out-eat your food production, and that can catch you off guard if you're not paying a lot of attention. But this is going quite well. Why is there firewood up here? Is that place trying to stock firewood up there, perhaps? I'm not sure. That's a little bit odd, honestly. I'm not sure why that's been sent there at all. But hopefully we can get that all set up pretty quickly. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pause the recording here, and I shall bring you back probably to me having designated a couple of houses and this being built. So I shall see you soon. Hello and welcome back. It is early winter on year 8. We have all the tools we need, and I've even started work on a bridge, though it's going to be a little while, I imagine, before we actually get much stuff there. That will open up this entire island to our gatherers to take down the lumber, gather the stones and that sort of thing, but mostly this lake to our fishing, because we are starting to dip down below the thousands when it comes to food, and that is worrying me a little bit. Our population is growing steadily. 27 adults and 6 children. We are also working on the houses up here, so we're going to get more soon. So I thought it prudent to start looking at the options to expand the amount of food that we're bringing in. We also need to look at the possibility of building a trade depot. That would go somewhere around here. Perhaps there. I would really like it if I could have it. Maybe there? Yeah, that looks like a decent place, actually. It's a nice, sort of tucked in there, though. If I did put it here, it would have the advantage of not really competing with the fish. And I could have another fisherman's hut over there, perhaps. Yeah, actually, that's probably the smarter idea. So we'll have it somewhere around here, maybe. Let's see if I can get the lining up right this time. I think we would want it about there. I'm going to pause it for now, though. It's probably better to get these up earlier than later, because you have no control over the type of merchants that you get, and their assortment of goods are completely random. There's really no rhyme or reason to what they're going to bring. You can tell them to bring things, and that is very useful if you want something very specific, but you're going to be paying a lot more for it, and you're going to have to wait for that merchant to come back next year, I believe. You only get one merchant either a year or every couple of seasons, but you'll be waiting a while before they come back with the goods that you requested. Usually I just wait, and unfortunately most things are horrifically expensive. To buy, well, to give you an idea, tools you can sell for something like 8 units of currency. To buy enough seeds to plant a field, granted, once you've planted that field, you'll always have that much seeds. Like, for example, you buy 1 lot of cabbage seeds, you will always be able to have 1 farm of cabbage. You don't get more seeds by growing the cabbage, you just stick with 1 farm, but you don't lose it if you decide to grow something else. It'll just be in your inventory. But those cost 2,500. It's rather expensive to actually start farming or having cattle, but it's very good for various other reasons. It does allow you to get quite a lot of food. Now, we have got some people moving over here. A forester and a hunter have moved there. That's fantastic. I'm very pleased with that. So they already seem to have moved closer to a place which actually has their specific labours. I'm really happy with that. And the vendors are living close. They might do it automatically. I might not have to do anything at all. In which case, although I've read that the AI in this game, you know, quite a lot of work has been put into making the AI help you rather than get in your way when you're playing. If that is already being accounted for, and the AI is just clever enough to take care of that on its own, well played. Well played indeed, developer. Now, we need some things to be moved out of the way there, and then everything can start to be hauled over. And soon we will also start work on the tunnel. Ah, fantastic tunnel. Ooh, you've almost got a bridge. That snuck up on me. The reserve of firewood is low, though. Probably everyone just gathered firewood at the same time, though. We've got plenty of logs, so that shouldn't be a problem. In fact, we should be storing some in there, yeah. Yeah, we're good. We're good for now. We don't need to panic. However, I wouldn't mind setting up a tailor. Can I place that down here? Yes, I can if I want to. Can I place it there? Oh, I can. Wow, that's quite neat. Or I could place it here if I would prefer. It would be nice to have all the stone buildings near each other, I suppose. But I'm going to place the tailor. Well, they'll probably go to the market anyway, so I may as well place them here, I suppose. Yeah, we'll place the tailor there. And they can start making some nice clothes out of the stupid amounts of leather that we should have. Have we got stupid amounts of leather? Yes, we do. My lord, we've got a lot, actually. Okay. Well, how's the house going over there? They've still not done it. Oh, I wonder why. Perhaps we need to put a few more people into building. I'll try that. Soon, though, we are going to want to get some more houses. Let's check you out. You've got a child there. Well, you're good for now. You've got 2 children. How old are you? Well, that's not too bad then. No new children there, but then we've got an adult living there. I very much doubt that... Well, I don't know. Dion is Dion. I wouldn't put it past him to be active that late in life. Well done, Dion. You are a paragon of manliness. Right. And for those of you who don't know who Dion is, he makes a lot of mods for Dwarf Fortress. In fact, anyone who plays Dwarf Fortress has probably played one of Dion's mods. Delightful fellow. But we still have the Outpost. We do have the well, at least. And how's this going? Oh, that's actually not going badly at all. Making good progress there. And we've got plenty of stone and plenty of iron. We could do with a little bit more iron, actually. But we've cleared quite a lot of areas, and a lot of our labourers are probably busy doing that, and that's why a couple of other things aren't getting done. Perhaps I should actually tell them to... No, we'll wait for them to finish all of that, I think. It's probably worth getting it all done now. However, where we're going to place the fishing area here... Let's have a quick look. That one's there, so as long as we place it about here, we should be good. But I'll place it a little bit further away just to make sure they're not going to be fishing the same stock. That looks like a brilliant place, honestly. That's going to have a lot of water to fish from. Maybe even over here. Oh, wow, that is brilliant. There's very little of its area of effect is actually on land at that point. Can we have one? Can we squeeze one in right there? No? Yes? No? Ah! So close, and yet so far. How about there? We can! No, it's gone on the other side of the river then. Ah, that's a shame. Alas, it was not meant to be. As efficient as it may have been. In fact, we could put one there. We could have one there and one there if we wanted. We will have a look at that, I think. We do need some more logs, though. Let's have a look. How are you guys doing over here? Oh, well, you've cleared that out, and you are actually starting to stock that place up, so we should have another house soon. That would be grand. So we are actually starting to develop a nice little... forest community over here. And you have berries, venison, fish. You actually have fish. Oh, that's nice. Well done. We should be fine, I think. They should be fine. They may... Well, I don't know. See, I'm fairly certain that the only houses that will use the market are the ones that are within this ring. There was a bit of confusion over whether this ring indicated where the market would go to bring resources to the market, and then any house would use the market, but from what I've read, it is that it only serves houses within this ring. It doesn't go out to the houses and deliver the items there, Rather, it's just the houses within this ring will go to the market and pick up resources from it, which is almost always worth doing. But we are really starting to hurt for food, right? We are really, really starting to hurt food. Okay. It is time that we prioritize getting some more going then. The reserve of food is low. Yes, yes, I know. Okay, I should have been paying more attention to that, really. Let's get a new fishery about there. In fact, can I make one there? Possibly? Possibly no? Possibly yes? Maybe no? Ah, make up your mind. We'll place it there then. There. Okay, we want this to be done as a priority, so let's give it a higher priority there. And we also want a road going down to it. We could just bring this road all the way over here and link up with this there. Oops, that's not what I want. We want the road there. And remove this road. There we go. Right, let's hope that they can get this done as a very high priority, because we definitely need that. This is no longer the priority, but then the things that this needs, yeah, it's not really going to be competing. We've got plenty of stone and enough wood to get what we want. As soon as we've got that, I'm going to be putting pretty much everyone onto helping with that. The woodcutter's house is almost done. We may want to look at getting another hunting lodge. I could even possibly have another hunting lodge over here. Somewhere over there. There might be enough. Yeah, there probably would be enough game to hunt there. I'm not sure. We'll have to have a look into that. But I'm definitely going to keep this forest an old forest. And I will eventually get to that. But the herbs are not as high a priority right now. Definitely we want to get more fishing and possibly more game. But it does look like there is game there. So perhaps we can. Perhaps we can get by with having another gatherer's hut and a hunter over here. Let's see. How big of an area? No, we would need. It would be okay if we could place it on this mountain there, but not if we can't. Well, I suppose we could have another one over there, perhaps. Well, having said that, perhaps I could just come over here and maybe make the herbalist somewhere over there. Alternatively, I could have a gatherer, a hunter, a herbalist, and a forester over here, but set the forester not to chop down any trees. That would probably be the best idea, actually. Yeah, we'll set that up soon. But first, I want this done. Ah, fantastic. You're already working on it. Well done, everyone. Okay, crisis may be averted. But I think that's going to be it for now. Oh, no. Dion the Gatherer has died of old age. Oh, poor old Dion. And Black and Z has replaced Dion as a Gatherer. Wow. Well done, you guys. But I am sad to see Dion go, honestly. One of our founding members of this community, of the town of Harlech, has passed on. May he live forever in song. And maybe have some drinks named after him or something. Something that'll make people happy. I think that would make Dion happy in turn. But that is it for this episode. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.